Hi guys, zpolt here. Welcome to my lab, and now we're gonna take a look at the KZ AS6. And as you guys know, KZs are super duper popular in this channel. Everybody is like asking for the review of the KZ AS6. So I'm really also excited about it because I didn't really like the AS10. I found it too congested feeling for me, and this having fewer drivers might be just the answer to my AS10 woes. So will this be my favorite KZ from now on? We're gonna find out in this review. Build wise, the AS6 is pretty average, I would say typical KZ. So the lobes are made of plastic and the shape is the same as the KZ AS10. I wish that they changed the looks here in the AS10, but also comes with other colors though. But for me, the silver is the best color. It's the most unique looking one. The cord is a slight improvement over the previous KZ cords. It already has some memory in the ear hooks, though unfortunately this still uses the old KZ 2-pin connector, not the one that comes with a KZ ZSN. So I wish that they just stick with one connector since it will be easier to buy accessories that works for several earphones. So this is quite confusing from KZ. I hope they choose one in the future. The cord fortunately is thick, quite reassuring feeling, though mostly still made of plastic. The connector, the fork, the plug is all made of plastic, which gives this kind of a cheap feeling, especially for the price range. I wish KZ makes use of better materials for their $30 and above earphones, because there's a lot of competitors now in this price range with really good builds. It's good that it has an L plug though, and it has a mic as well. So the tips are also typical KZ, which is something I don't like. Also, my OCDC is kicking in with the name that they chose. Why did they put a 0 in the AS6? It kind of just triggers my OCDC. I wish it was just AS06. Overall, the build is pretty average, nothing to rave about. KZ should step up their game. Comfort wise, the new ear hook memory design improved the comfort here over the KZ AS10. It feels more secure in the ear, and the KZ ear tips, while not being that awesome looking, does feel quite comfortable to wear. Even if the AS6 looks quite big, on the ear it's not bad in comfort. I can wear it without fatigue. The cord part though is quite long to the fork, so it might be annoying at times, especially on the go. I find that it's too long. Isolation. The isolation is good here, blocks most of the sound. The tip's thickness also helps isolate this a bit more. So if you like isolation, maybe this is for you. Okay, now let's proceed to the meat of our discussion, which is the sound. So sound wise, overall, I really like the sound here. It has the properties of the AS4 and made better essentially. I think this is what the AS10 should have been. It doesn't have the congestion of the AS10. It's also less warm and less bloated sounding than the AS10. The approach now is kind of balanced, not overly warm. It also has good mids here, much like the AS10. So overall, the sound is like maybe the S2, but make it a bit more musical and have better energy. Sound signature. So it has a balanced sound, pretty flat in approach, again flat-ish if you will. Great mids here, but it's not congested feeling. Tonality, this is a very musical earphone, something like the AS10 but tuned better. Definitely still a colored sound, but colored to be more fun. Tons of energy here in the sound, very lively sounding and not stale as well. Highs have good body, but I would say not the most detailed highs that I've heard, but it is all right. It's not sibilant as well, well controlled but well extended. Sometimes the cymbals may sound a little bit tinny, but I would say it's not a deal breaker. The highs are still good here, but it is not a strong suit of the AS6. So if you love highs, maybe this is not for you. Mids. Now this is one of my favorite properties of the AS10, having awesome mids, and it carries through here as well. The mids here are substantial, thick mids. I would say even TFZ S2 level, and that is a big praise for me. Just make it more musical and have better energy as well. Definitely colored still and quite aggressive sounding, but not overly done. I really like the mids here. I think this is the strong suit of the AS6. Bass is super tight, like a planar kind of punch. That's a fast decay, which may work well for maybe metal music with the double pedals. It doesn't bleed much to the mids, which is good. It's well controlled, and the bass quality here is good as well. I really like the bass here also. Soundstage is very big. I would say still KZ level, rounded kind of soundstage. Imaging and instrument separation is average here. It is not as black and white as maybe the 10 Audio T2 Pros, where you can really pinpoint the instruments here, but it is not bad here. But you won't buy this for imaging. It's average overall. Hearing comfort, having a controlled treble and a kind of a mid-centric signature, it is comfortable to listen to for long listening sessions. There might be still listening fatigue after some time due to that kind of aggressive kind of sound, but it will take some time before fatigue to kick in. So overall, I would say a pleasant listen. This is a comfortable earphone to listen to. So sound wise, overall, this is my favorite KZ. I like how they did the whole spectrum here. The whole spectrum is well bodied, it has a nice sound stage, and just a likable earphone overall, and quite versatile as well. So if you're really looking for the best KZ in the price range, maybe this is for you. Earphone comparisons. TFZ S2. So this is more musical than the TFZ S2, more colored sounding, more fun sounding, if you will. Overall, in my opinion, they're pretty equal, but I'd give still the edge to the S2 because of the more lush mids and still bigger soundstage, and highs are better in the S2. It's fuller bodied. TFZ Exclusive 3. So the Exclusive 3 is warmer than the AS6. EX3 is more punchy as well, but I still like the AS6 overall because the Exclusive 3 has that kind of bloated kind of bass feeling. TRN IEM1. So the IEM1 and the AS6 has really similarities in tonality. The IEM1 still has more detail, more high extension, but less soundstage. I would say that they're pretty equal. IEM1 still is better for monitoring, but I would give the casual listening to the AS6. Yinyu V2. So the V2 has a faster sound, better imaging, better soundstage, more punchy kind of sound. So the V2 is superior in every way still compared to the AS6. KZ AS10. The AS10 has a more congested kind of sound. It's also warmer, though in turn resolves details and a bit better at resolving details. But I would still give the overall sound quality to the AS6. It's just tuned better and more versatile as well. I would say better value overall. KZ ZSN. So the ZSN clarity is still very nice, but the AS6 also has better mids than the ZSN. It has more energetic sound as well, and more musical, and a more balanced approach. I like the AS6 more than the ZSN. KZ ES4. So the AS6 has better highs than the ES4, but similar in qualities and tonality, but the AS6 is more musical, more energetic kind of sound. So the AS6 is definitely an upgrade from the ES4. Genre pairing. So I really love rock music here in the AS6. The mids help out in giving that thick guitar crunch. Acoustic tracks may not work as well here because it lacks some punchiness in the sound, but I would say still not so bad. Guitar tracks are also good here, not sibilant, and because of also that kind of energy in the guitars, it gives that lively kind of sound. Hip-hop is also good here. It has nice energy, so the bass punch will really be in your face here. EDM works good here as well. I like the energy in the bass and enough sub-bass as well for bass heads. Movie watching is also good here. The energetic sound gives some realism to your videos. Gaming, I wouldn't really use this for gaming. The imaging is not that good here as I would like. Monitoring would be fine here as well because of that kind of similarity with the TRN IEM1. So yeah, it's okay to use it in monitoring. Verdict. So I really like this KZ. This is my favorite KZ now, under $50. And I would put this over my AS10 in my top recommendations. I like the sound here. I like how they did the whole spectrum. Build is left to be desired, typical KZ, and I hope that they come up with a more competitive package in the future. But you know, for $30 to $40, this is a good value now for me, and this is again my best recommendation. I wouldn't still put this on top of the TFZS2, the T2, the Tin Audio T2 Pro, and also the V2. I would say that those are still better sounding compared to this, but definitely if you like the best KZ in the price range, I would go for this one. So that is my review. Hopefully you like that review. If you learned something, of course, leave a like, and I'm gonna review a lot more earphones in the future. The CCAs are coming over, and also the ZS7 is coming over, and more earphones in the future. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned in this channel for more reviews and tech reviews in the future. And also created a new Discord channel for the community. Links down below. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bye.